What's up, everyone? Art here with No Code Devs, and today I'm going to show you how to build a fully automated software deals newsletter. We're going to scrape deals from AppSumo, and then we're going to programmatically send them to a daily newsletter to our subscribers. This is easy to follow along. It doesn't require any technical skills, and you can get up and running in just about 20 minutes. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment with any questions. Let's dive in. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Just as a recap here, we're going to build a fully automated daily newsletter that scrapes software deals from the popular site AppSumo and then programmatically puts those deals into a daily newsletter, which sends to our subscribers each day. We're going to start here with Browse.ai, which is a no-code web scraping tool. It makes it super easy to scrape popular websites and extract that data in a programmatic way and then monitor the changes on that website. So we're going to go ahead and log in. If you don't have an account, you'll need to create one. But as you can see, you can extract structured data and then monitor any site changes once you started extracting that data. Down here at the bottom, they have this option for browse pre-built robots, which is what we're going to use today. So let's go ahead and click that. You'll see they have everything from Product Hunt to Indeed to LinkedIn to Yelp and everything in between. They have Airbnb, Amazon, Best Buy, Bing, and AppSumo, which is what we're going to use today. You can build your own scrapers from scratch using absolutely no code, but it's super nice that they have all these pre-built robots for us. It takes out a ton of the legwork that we need to do to set this up. So let's go ahead and choose AppSumo here. There's two options for AppSumo. We can extract a product list from AppSumo, which is what we need, or you can also extract product reviews from AppSumo. You'll see actually when we extract these products, we're actually going to get the reviews with the products, so we get both in one here. Okay, this next page just gives us an overview of everything that we'll be getting, including the product name, category link, discount price, original price, and so on and so forth. Perfect. Let's go ahead and use this automation. So it actually gives us a sample URL here that we could pull. If we head over to AppSumo, we'll actually see that this will work perfect because this URL is their new collection. So anytime something new comes into AppSumo, we can scrape this page and then send it in a daily newsletter that has these deals, which is perfect for what we're doing here in this tutorial. So we are going to use this URL. However, you could go into any specific category. If you were building an affiliate newsletter for finance or marketing and sales, you could just grab the URL from marketing and sales and throw it into this bot. But for the purposes of this, we're going to use the URL that they suggested. And then you can actually choose how many products you want to grab with each run of this automation. I think that any more than 15 deals will be too many for a daily newsletter. So let's just keep this at a max product of 15 here for this demonstration. Go ahead and choose next step. And this is just reviewing everything. Yep, this is our URL. This is the max product 15. And we can go ahead and click start extracting. If you were extracting 100 items, it would probably take a little bit longer. 15 should go pretty quick. But while this is running, I'm going to show you some other things here. You can set up a monitor. And the monitor is exactly what it sounds like. You can have this run on a daily, weekly, a monthly, even a minute or an hourly basis to find new deals on the AppSumo site. So we would want to set up a monitor here to run once a day. We could run it in the morning. Let's just say at 7 a.m. Eastern time, American New York time, and it would run this URL, check for 15 products, and automatically append any new records to our scraper when it finds new deals. So this is super cool. We could save this and this would run every single day. A couple other things here. These are our settings. Nothing really to look at here. This is just our origin URL that we just set up in the max products of 15. We can see our task history here. As you can see, it's still running a task that we just set up. It's found 6 items so far and it'll go all the way to 15. Finally, here we have this integrate tab. They have integrations with everything that you might need, from Google Sheets to Zapier to Airtable, which we're going to use today, Make, webhooks, really everything that you need to automate this data out to wherever you want your data to live. Like I said, we're going to use Airtable. So while this is finishing its run, I'm going to head over to Airtable here, and I'm going to actually set up a new base for this project. So I'm going to go ahead and choose new base. We're going to make this in the No Code Devs workspace, and let's rename this base. We'll call this AppSumo Demo. Okay, awesome. So we have this new base called AppSumo Demo. We'll just leave this for now, and we'll head back over to Browse.ai. If we go over to the task history, we can see that this has finished running and it found 15 records, which is what we asked it to find. We click into the task, we can see all these records, and look at this, we get everything from the site. We get the product name, we get the category link, the original and discounted price, the product link, the description. We get the number of reviews that it has, as well as a product image. So this is super, super cool. We can actually download this to our computer if you would like. You get it in CSV format, but we're going to take a step further and integrate this directly into Airtable. If you remember, we just set up an Airtable base called AppSumo demo. So what we're going to do is head over to integrate. We're going to choose Airtable here, and we're going to choose enable Airtable syncing. Now we have to authorize our account. We already have our Airtable account authorized, and now we have to select the target base. Here we go. And we need to add the base, and we'll call this AppSumo demo. Grant access. Perfect. Now the target base, there's only one option, which is AppSumo demo, which is the name of our base. Down here, we have this edit data mapping settings. If we click into this, we can just review the different table headings that this is going to create. And it's just going to basically match everything that it found in Browse.ai. So the position is going to create a field called position, the product name, so on and so forth. So this is perfect. However, you could change these names in Airtable if you would like. So let's go ahead and activate this integration. And now we can see that it says it's configured. So what will happen now is every time that this automation runs, we will actually have that data auto sync to our Airtable base, and it's going to set up a table within this base with all of these fields in it for us automatically. So we don't even have to create the fields in our Airtable base. It's going to do that for us. Let's go back here and let's go ahead and run the task. You can always, even if you have a monitor set up to run daily, you can always run the task manually here right from your dashboard by just hitting run task. This will take a few minutes. So I'm going to pause the video so this can run again and find the data. And then we'll go ahead and see how that data syncs over to our Airtable base. Okay, so this ran really fast. It only took about 30 seconds. We could see that it basically just rescraped all of the same information because the site hasn't changed in just 2 minutes since we previously ran it. But what's new here is if we head over to Airtable, we can see that there's a new tab here called products. If we click into this tab, we can see all of our data here nicely synced into Airtable. So we get the date that the scraper ran, we get the job link, which is an internal Browse.ai link, we get the origin URL, max products, the position on the AppSumo page, which could be helpful. We get the product name, we get the category, we get the category link, we get the discounted price, the original price. And if we scroll over here, we get everything else like the product link, the description, the number of reviews, and an image for that product. So this is everything that we need. Again, if we set this up to run daily, it will append the Airtable with any new records that it finds automatically without having us do anything, which is super cool. Okay, so for step 2 of this tutorial, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to create an RSS feed of this data so that we can import this data into our programmatic newsletter. And I'll show you how to do that. It's quite easy. We're going to head over to a tool called Zapier. Zapier is just a automation tool that allows you to connect different apps together. It's super cool. And one of the things that you can do is you can actually build an RSS feed from some data set. In this case, it's going to be Airtable. So let's go ahead and create a new Zap here. They do have this AI feature where you can prompt it to make the Zap, but we're going to do this from scratch. So our trigger step here is going to be Airtable. We can choose Airtable here. And basically what we want to do is we want to have Zapier Zap watch our Airtable, and anytime there's a new record, we're going to want to have it add that record to the RSS feed. And I'll show you how to do that here. So the first step here is we connected Airtable, and what we want to do here is we want to have any new record trigger this Zap. So we can click new record, we'll click continue. We have to connect our account. We're going to use our no code devs account, hit continue. Now we have to choose our base. And if you remember, our base is AppSumo demo. Now we have AppSumo demo here as our base, which matches our base name here, AppSumo demo. We can head back over to Zapier. And then which table do we want to choose? We actually want to choose our products table. Come back here. We have these different tables. We have table 1, capture text, and products. So we're choosing our products table. Perfect. Now, limit to view. We don't need to choose anything here. And include file contents we can keep as false. So let's go ahead and click continue. And we can actually test our trigger here, which is just looking at the Airtable to see if we can actually find anything. and check it out. It found all of our records here, and it has all the data that's in our Airtable. So perfect, exactly what we need. Let's go ahead and continue here. And the next step we're going to need here is RSS by Zapier. And this is exactly what it says it is. It'll actually create an RSS feed, which is essentially just a data feed of the products in our Airtable base. So let's go ahead and do this. So what needs to happen here is we want to create an item in the feed for every new record that it finds in Airtable. So let's go ahead and choose that and hit continue. And we have some setup things here. So we need to have the feed URL here. We can just say AppSumo demo, but this could be anything that you want. This could be like daily deals newsletter. This really isn't exposed anywhere. It's more for internal purposes. So you can name this whatever you would like. For the feed title, we can say daily deal newsletter. Okay. And then for the max records, we can just do 50. 50 is the max here. And then now we have to start mapping some of the data. So for the item title, we're going to actually want to get let's just do the product name for the item title. So this will be ReplyMind. The source URL, we're actually going to grab the URL for the product link on AppSumo here, and we can delete this out. So the source URL is going to send us to the AppSumo link. You can create a new row in Airtable. That would be your affiliate URL. And I'll show you how to do that. But you could basically just create a new row, have it be the product affiliate link. And then if you're an AppSumo affiliate, which I am, I'll show you here, you could actually convert all of these links very easily into affiliate links just by creating a new link here in the affiliate dashboard. So you could just grab all these URLs. I think you can even do it in bulk and then convert them to affiliate links. And then instead of using the product link here, you could use your AppSumo affiliate link so that you get credit for the purchases. I'm not going to set that up now, but you can easily apply for the AppSumo affiliate program. It's free. And then just create your affiliate links and use that instead of the product link here. As for the content, I think for the content, what might be nice is to use the actual description here of the product. So we have the content there as the description, automatically truncate messages over 10 KB. Let's leave that as no. And it can even pull in some of the information like author name. This could be like your newsletter name. We could be like daily deals or whatever you want. You could even pull in information from the scraped data from Browse.ai and AppSumo if you wanted, but we'll just keep that daily deals. You can actually put an email here if you would like. And in the media URL, we're going to actually want to grab the image URL from what we got from AppSumo. So this is the media URL here. If we click any one of these, we can actually see we get a nice image here that we scraped from AppSumo using Browse.ai. Okay, speaking of Browse.ai, just want to reiterate here that Browse.ai is really the tip of the spear for capturing all of the data, which makes this whole operation work. So I'd really reiterate checking whether you're scraping from AppSumo or any other site on the web, like Product Hunt or anything else. Make sure that you're setting up your scraper in a way that you're getting the data that you need, because really that's where your data comes in. And then we're just syncing it to Airtable and then sort of downstream to Zapier and then eventually MailChimp, which is where we're going to send the newsletter. But make sure you set up and use Browse.ai to your fullest advantage so you get all the data that you need. There's a couple other settings here. We don't need to fill any of these in for the sake of this example. Let's go ahead and click continue, and then let's test this step to see if it works. And it looks like it did work. It says a new entry was created in your RSS feed about 1 minute ago. If we come back here, we can actually copy this RSS feed URL. We can throw it into our browser, and we can see that this is pretty ugly, but we can see that it's got the title as we specified. We've got the link URL, which again could be your affiliate URL, and we've got a description of the product and the media image URL here. So everything that we need, you could customize this as much as you want for your own specific use case, but it looks like it is working. So let's go ahead and continue, and then we can actually publish this Zap. It's going to essentially turn this on so that it's constantly monitoring our Airtable for new records, and we can rename this app to be AppSumo RSS feed so we can easily find it later. So now just to recap, we've scraped data from AppSumo. We've set up an automatic monitor to scrape new data daily at 7 a.m. And then we've taken that data and we've created a data feed from it using a tool called Zapier. And we have the URL for our data feed here. Now, as new items are added, our data feed will continue to get bigger and bigger. So for the final step of this, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to send out this automatic daily newsletter to our subscribers with new AppSumo deals. So for this, we're going to use a tool called MailChimp. And MailChimp has a feature here. You can see it here. If you just search for MailChimp RSS to email, you'll find it. But they have a landing page here for this. And essentially what it does is you can take an RSS feed and you can create an automatic email from the RSS feed that'll send automatically whenever new items are found in that RSS feed. So essentially, as it scrapes, it adds new items to our database. It'll create the feed automatically, and then it'll find new items in the feed, and we can send out this automatic email, and I'll show you how to do that. So we can create an account with MailChimp, which is free. You can set up an account for free, and then you just pay depending on how many subscribers you have, but we can click this button to turn on RSS email. We'll go ahead and log in. Okay, so here we go. Don't let subscribers miss out on any of your posts. Instead, bring your blog to their inboxes. In this case, it's not a blog. It's a product feed that we're scraping from AppSumo, but we're making our own rules here. The RSS campaign will automatically pull in content from your feed and deliver it to the contacts on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Great. So what do we want to call this? We will call this AppSumo. This is just our account here, so we can click begin. Okay, so check this out. This is where you can configure all of the settings. So you don't have to send this every day if you don't want. Maybe you only want to send it 3 days a week. So you could just do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It would look at our RSS feed and send any new deals. We take the feed URL. Again, this is from our Zapier. We just copy the URL that was created here, and we come back to MailChimp and we paste this URL right here. You can configure the time that this sends. So we want to send it every day at 7 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We can also resize the RSS feed images to fit the template. I think that's a good idea. So let's go ahead and choose that. Down here at the bottom, we can just hit next to move on to the next step of this workflow. Now, I don't have any audience here in my MailChimp account, but if you uploaded your contacts or you had an audience already on MailChimp, you could certainly choose your entire audience or a segment or a tag or a new group or a segment. The only person in my audience is me, so I'll just go ahead and choose entire audience and click next. But if you had your list here, you could obviously send to that list. So there are some settings here. The campaign name, which is AppSumo. This is for internal use only. So we can just leave that as AppSumo. The email subject, you can customize this to whatever you would like. It can programmatically pull in the RSS feed title and date. Maybe I'll delete the date, but we want the title, and maybe we could say like daily deals and then our RSS feed title date. And remember, our RSS feed title we defined here, so you could set this up to be whatever you would like. Let's go back here. You can put a snippet text under the preview line if you would like. I'm going to leave this blank, but you could basically say daily software deals. Okay. You can customize the from name, the from address, all this kind of stuff. These are just settings that are not really specific to this tutorial, but you can track clicks, track opens, e-commerce link tracking, all that kind of stuff. And this is super cool. You can actually connect your social media. I'm not going to do this here because I don't want this to actually post, but you can auto tweet this newsletter, basically this daily software feed to Twitter or Facebook automatically using MailChimp. You could also build a workflow in Zapier that does this, but you can just do it natively right within MailChimp, which is super cool. So we can go ahead and click next. Okay, so there's a lot of options here. Some of these are paid options, so you can choose any of their pre-built themes, which is really nice. A lot of these, you do have to be on a paid plan to use their pre-styled themes. You can code your own template if you want, but you can just use a basic layout, which is what we're going to do today, just to show you how this would work. We're going to just choose this one, and then we can actually completely customize this. It's going to have some pre-built elements in here, like product photos, things that we don't really need. So let's just delete all of this. Okay, we can even delete this button. You can add your own call to actions, maybe send them to a website or something like that if you want. But if we come over here, we will see from their blocks that they have this block now called RSS items. Now we can drag this over into our newsletter body. There we go. This only will be exposed if we set up the RSS newsletter workflow from the beginning, which we did. If you're just building a regular MailChimp campaign, you're not going to see this RSS item block. So make sure you go through the workflow as I showed you here in this tutorial. Now, this is cool. You have some options here. You can actually pull in excerpts from the RSS feed. just the titles, the full content, or something custom. And just remember here that no matter what you ultimately pull into your RSS feed that is powering your newsletter, all of your data initially comes from Browse.ai. So whether you're pulling your data from AppSumo, like in this example, or some other site, AppSumo data from Browse.ai is really your source of truth. So if you want to capture more data, you can add data using the pre-built bot, or you can even create your own scraper to set up custom data that you can pull into your newsletter. So just looking back, if there's data that you need to capture that you hadn't captured, you can always set that back up in Browse.ai using your pre-built bots or your own custom scraper. Let's just go ahead and choose full content, because if you remember, the information that we're getting from the feed is basically just the title of the deal, the description, and then a photo. So just some basic information, and then the link, of course, to the product. So if we hop back here, we are going to go ahead and pull the full content. And you can even see the markup of everything that is pulling in here. So it's pretty basic. You can customize this more if you would like. You can even edit the markup if you want, change the style, change the font, change the colors, change the links, all that kind of stuff. We're not going to change any of that here. We're just going to go right into the preview. And as you can see here, we get a little bit of a preview of what it pulled in through the feed. So we're showing the product here. We're seeing the description and then a read on button, which will actually take us to that deal. If we click this, you'll actually see it actually takes us to the AppSumo page. Now, keep in mind, if you had your affiliate link here, it would actually append whenever you click that. So you would get credit for that click in that purchase ultimately. Coming back here, we could choose excerpts. We could see what that looks like. We go into preview mode, see what the excerpt looks like. It looks basically the same, but if you had more content here, an excerpt might be more appropriate than pulling in all of the items from the feed. Okay, so we can just go ahead and continue going through this. Again, I'm not customizing any of this or going into the great detail because I'm just trying to show you how you could do this. But it looks like we're all set to send. So everything is configured. We're ready to go. We could actually just hit start RSS here. And then any time that a new item was added to the feed and it was on a day that this was sending, it would automatically go ahead and send this out to our subscribers. If there were no new items scraped, it will not send a blank email. It will just skip that day. So if it doesn't find any new deals, if no new deals are added to AppSumo, then again, it won't send the email. It'll just skip that day, even though it is automatically scheduled. So it has some logic built in there. This is a walkthrough of how you would set up an automatic daily deal newsletter, scraping data from AppSumo, syncing it to a database, and then building an RSS feed from it that auto imports into MailChimp. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments. Would definitely help you out. And I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.